Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Matt. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Once again, friend you is not here because he last time him and I talked, he mentioned something about being super busy with coursework. And this is kind of a sporadic recording. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be doing a bit more mining if you want to skip this, but we'll also be continuing what I was talking about last time I was by myself. Right, and I should get this to repair my pick. So yeah, what was I talking? Right, I just discovered Metro Nui. So we're gonna start on the flashback years. Okay, yeah. Flashback years. Actually, where should I start mining? We've gone that way, so I'm gonna go this way. Flashback years. Right. So, this actually takes place before what we talked about last time with the whole Toa Mata and Toa Nuva stuff. And a lot of this takes place during the other movies, starting with, what was it called? Legends of Metro Nui, that's it. Anyway, so in Metro Nui, kind of like Mata Nui, there are 6 factions, but instead of Ta Koro and Le Koro and Ko Koro, instead we have Metrus, where it's Ta Metru, Ko Metru, and so on. And it's ruled by Turaga Doom. And so anyways, the Toa team protecting them has slowly started to sort of dissolve, or not dissolve, but go missing. I should have brought a shovel with me. But anyways, and the leader of that, Toa Likan, who is a Toa of Fire, starts going around handing out stones. And so he hands them out to one Matoran from each metro, and he goes to the last one he gives is to a mask maker in Ta Koro, or Ta Metru, sorry, called Vakama. Ah crap! No. Okay. Oh, I have one on me. Alright, I want this experience, though. Alright. Give. And this one, too. No. Alright, right, so, mask maker in Ta Metru called Vakama. Sound familiar? So anyways, and he tells each of these Matoran to go to, the Great Temple. So they all go there and they're like, hey, why are you here? Well, Toa Khan told me to go here, why are you here? And then there's this big, I don't know what it looks, it's like a semi-sphere, I guess? But basically they go in there and there's 6 slots, they stick their stones in there, and that sounds, that phrasing, yeah. Anyways, so they stick the stones that Likan gave them in there, and they suddenly turn into Toa, because Matoran and Toa are part of the same species, I guess is how they explain it. I don't really remember, but well, then what happens is then Vakama has some sort of vision where if I remember correctly, he hears Likan's voice saying, "Save the heart of Metro Nui," and then 6 great discs fly at him because Kanohi masks are made out of something called Kanoka discs, which I'm not entirely sure how to explain them, I'm not entirely sure I understand what they are myself, but eh. Anyway, so he says, hey, we gotta go find the 6 great Kanoka discs. And there's one in each metro. But only one Matoran knows it. And somehow they're able to figure out which Matoran knows. And so they go to find them, and they collect them. And I believe one of them is in something called what is it called? It's like a giant plant. I know it starts with an M. It's like Morzuka or something. I don't remember what it's called, but anyways, it's like living plant tentacles. No, don't. I see where your mind's going. Stop it now. Okay. Let's see. Then, so they get somehow find out who knows, and like who knows where the discs are, and so they split up and they go find their discs. And then they go to the Great Colosseum, I think. I forget what it's actually called. I'm just gonna call it the Great Colosseum, because that's more or less what it is. What am I at anyways? Okay, almost full. But anyways, the new Toa. Oh yeah, and the Toa's names are, and they should sound familiar, Wakama, Nokama, Oniwa, Winua, Nuju, and Matau. I feel like I'm missing someone, but you all know who I'm talking about. It's the well, if you don't know, then you'll find out soon. But anyways, they oh, that's done. I'm gonna swap that. What they do is they basically say, hey, look, we're Toas, and to prove we're Toas, see, we got the 6 great discs. Right, and I forgot to mention, before Toa Lee Khan visited Vakama, Vakama was tasked with, because he was a mask maker, making the Great Mask of Time, Legendary Mask of Time, I believe is its classification, by Turaga Doom. But so, anyways, what was I saying? Right. So they go. So they basically say, "Hey, look, we're Toa. See, we got 6 great discs." And Turaga Doom is like, "Huh? No, you're not. Where's Lee Khan? You're not Lee Khan. You're imposters." And so he says, "If you're really Toa, you should be able to cross the Sea of Protodermis." And basically, the entire floor of the Colosseum is made up of these hexagons, and they're able to move them at will. So they move them so that they act like a sea, sort of. Then what happens is basically they get knocked around. Turaga Duma is basically like, huh, look at these guys. They say they're Toa, they're nothing. Vaki, arrest these imposters. And the Vaki are like robot police, I guess. And so they basically start hunting down the Toa. Let's see, so Nuju, Winua, and who else? Winua, or Winua, Oniwa, and Nuju get captured, but Nokama, Vakama. Oh, this looks familiar. Let's go this way then. Vakama, Nokama, and Matau manage to escape through, cause they have these like, almost like vacuum tubes to transport stuff. Let's see. Then what but anyways, they escape, and so basically they start plotting to break the other 3 Toa out of the jail. But the other 3, the 3 that got captured, have to share a cell with this old weird dude. who refuses to tell him their name for some reason. But anyways, basically he has them do menial tasks. Like, there's a bunch of rocks in the room, so he tells Nuju to pick them up and stack them on one side of the room. So, and then once he's done that, he tells him to pick them up again, stack them on the other side. I know it doesn't exactly sound logical, but eh. Come on, there we go. Anyways, and then, like, he blindfolds Wenua, and he has, Oniwa meditate. But anyways, so then the other three Toa are sort of running around, trying to figure out how to break the other three Toa out. When they come across some Kikalano, which are like, the best way I can describe them are like rhinoceroses combined with kangaroos is the best way I can describe them. But anyways, they started attacking. Oh right, I forgot to mention. Right when what's his name? Likan, that's it. Gave the stone to Vakama. He was attacked by two creatures. One known as Nadiki. The other one known as Kreka. Nadiki is kind of like it's kind of like a centaur, or no, actually there is a creature like that. I was gonna use an analogy, but or not a comparison, but he's like kind of like an arachne. Kreka is like just a big hulking brute, but he's dumb as a rock. You know, like stereotypical jock is the best way I can put it. Let's see. So anyways, so the Kikalano attack them, but Nokama figures out her mask power, which is the Mask of Translation, talks to them and basically says, we're not with the Dark Hunters, which is what Nadiki and Kreka are a part of. And so, anyways, so then the Kikalano help them to locate where they took Likan, because he got captured. And so anyway, so they're going to find Likan when they stumble across, but at the same time, the other three Toa are getting a little fed up with their training, but then they all start unlocking their mask powers. So for example, Oniwa figures out he has the Mask of Mind Control, so he uses it to tell an irritated Nuju to just sit down because he's irritated too. Nuju figures out he can just levitate the stones with his mask of telekinesis. And Wenua learns that he has the Mask of Night Vision, which is basically just turns his mask into a flashlight that you wear on your face. But anyway, so then using telekinesis, they break out of the prison. I'm gonna use fortune on this. Let's see. They break out. Then what they do, and so then they bump into each other trying to rescue each other. Oh yeah, and the old man goes with them. And then they're like, hey, hang on, old man, you look familiar. Did we meet you when we were with Toa Likan? And he goes, no, I am Toa Likan. See, when you became Toa, it took my Toa power, so now I'm a Turaga. I am Turaga Likan. And so they're like, what? And then they find this round ball-looking thing, and in there is Turaga Doom, which is odd because he was there. They found him. Wow, I'm not getting lucky at all with any ancient debris. Anyways, what was it? Right. and they're like, huh, what's Taraga Doom going here? Or doing here? Wasn't he the one who arrested us? But, well, turns out Taraga Doom is actually Makuta. Specifically, in disguise. And so he actually got the Dark Hunters to come in and try and get rid of the Toa. But you see, Makuta isn't Makuta, he is a Makuta, because Makuta apparently is a species name, and that one is Makuta pterodax. Same as the one on Matanui, which happens in the future. Wait, from last episode that I talked about that. Let's see, what was I talking about again? I forgot. Right, yes, so anyways, so they go and, Turaga Lee Khan says, so, did you save the heart of Metronui? And Vakama says, what are you talking about? We just saved you. He goes, no, the Matoran are the heart of Metronui. He goes, what? And so then, they rush to the Colosseum and they find all the Matoran stuck in pods, like the ball things. And so they're like, huh, what's going on? And then, Makuta Pterodax unveils his true identity to them. And basically says, yeah, I'm taking over now. And so you can't beat me. And then he does something known as the Great Cataclysm, which is, he basically attacks the sky, which attacks and by doing so he attacks Matanui directly, and like everything shakes. There's a big bunch of crashes. Like it seems like every natural disaster is happening. And this is important. See, the two lights in the sky start to close, and then there is darkness. So the Toa do the only reasonable thing, shove all the Matoran into a boat-looking thing and try to sail away. And while doing so, right, and Makuta Pterodax absorbs Kreka and Nidiki into himself to make himself more powerful. Because what could go wrong with betraying the people who helped you? Let's see what happens next. Let's see. So anyways, so Makuta follows them because he finds out that Vakama had just finished the Mask of Time and he used the 6 Great Kanoka discs and combined them into one. But anyways, let's see. Then what happens is something happens. Right. So they fight, and Makuta Pterodax almost hits Vakama with his giant shadow claw, and Turaga Lee Khan jumps in front, takes a hit for him, and dies. So he's dead now. And let's see what else. Oh, looks like it's been full for a while. There we go. Let's see. So, then Vakama figures out his mask power. Oh yeah, Matau figured out his mask power a while ago. And which is he can make himself look like pretty much anything. And so then since then Vakama was like, I'm a useless Toa. I can't lead even though I'm supposed to. I can't do I don't know my mask power. I suck. And so anyways, he figured out his mask power, which is he can turn invisible. So he uses that to hide behind pillars, make sounds, and then Makuta Pterodax would shoot his shadow hand out, grab the pillar, pull it towards him, and then it would hurt him. You know, boss fight stuff, except for the fact that Makuta Pterodax doesn't learn for some reason. So he keeps doing that over and over. Then the 6 of them the six Toa combine their elemental powers, freeze him, and crystallize Protodermis, and so basically he's now trapped in the most secure prison ever, because the only thing that can break that is the same thing that created it, which is all six elemental powers. So anyways, they take Ultimatorin that they shoved on the boats, and they sail out, and they find the island of Matanui. Ooh, finally. Let's see, okay, and so that, I didn't need to put that up there, but, More? More! 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 Yes, I like more. That's it? Okay. I'm on 14, okay. Let's see. So anyways, and then after a while they come back. Oh right, and but Vakama uses the Vahi, the Mask of Time, to sort of slow down time during the fight. And in the process it gets knocked into a sea of Protodermis, which, I mean, it's basically their version of water, kind of. Like, it's just a fluid, doesn't have any special purpose, I think, unless it's like energized Protodermis. But, anyways, let's see. What happens next? So anyways, so then they come back, and they find out that, the island, more. The island has been overrun with, spider-like creatures called Visorak. Let's see. And so anyways, they're like, heh, we beat Makuta, what could possibly go wrong? You know, famous last words, right? So it all went wrong. And they got paralyzed by the Visorak using their Ratuka spinners, which, I'm not entirely sure exactly what they are, but I know that there's some sort of projectile. Anyways, so they go to something. Right, they get captured, they stuck in cocoons and bitten by the Visorak, which are, I don't know if I said this, but they're giant spiders. But they have 4 legs for some reason. And so anyways, so they start to mutate, and they turn into something called the Hordika. Which are like half beasts, sort of. But anyways, so it turns out the leader of the Visorak, someone by the name of Sidorak, who is trying to basically get with what was her name? Rudaka, that's it. And so they are also Dark Hunters, which are, I mean, they're like kind of like the Thieves Guild from Skyrim and the Dark Brotherhood, like an assassination group combined. You know, just general criminals, but like organized. Anyways, what was I saying? Neat. Oh, we have enough for another netherite. Huh, neat. Let's see, so anyway, so they dump them off a cliff, and they're going to die, except for the part where 6 small creatures, come and basically rescue them because they can fly. Well, turns out these 6 small creatures are Rahaga. Now, Rahaga, are like a combination of Rakshi and Turaga, because they used to be Toa, but then, you see, Rudaka has the ability to mutate things, so she mutated them with what did I say? Rakshi, that's it. But because when Toa lose their power, they become Turaga, then they became Turaga Rakshi combination things. So anyways, so they're there, and they're like, yeah, you got bit by Visorak, you're a Hordika, the only way to get rid of the only way to cure yourself and become Toa again is to find the mythical being Kitangu. And, well, oh, more. Of course, Matau being Matau, because he actually did this a lot. You can watch it for yourself in the movies, Legends of Metronuri, but now we're in Web of Shadows. Actually, I'm gonna see if there's any more around here. No? Okay. I like being able to just insta-mine with this. Let's see, Web of Shadows, right. So then, Matau's heckling him and, oh. Okay, there. That, I guess. There. I don't like to leave any items lying around because it'll make the server lag. What was I saying? Right, yes. So Matau, as usual, is talking smack about Vakama, saying, "Wow, some leader you are. You led us right into a trap." And so he's like, "You know what? Enough of this. Screw you. I'm out." So he leaves, and then Rudaka approaches him, and somehow, which is this, because keep in mind, Bionicle is Lego, which is mean it's targeted for kids. She manages to seduce him. Like, watch the movie seriously. And basically is just like, "Hey, you know what? You could be my second in command. Just capture the Rahaga for us, because they're causing problems." And so he's like, "Okie dokie." So he does that, and then he's just like, so then he's made the leader of the Vizorak army, like, right under Rudaka, who is right under Sidorak, sort of. Well, actually, Sidorak rules under her, but he doesn't realize that yet. Let's see. Oh, okay, no thanks. So that came from that way, so I'm gonna go this way. So anyways, so he actually captured the five of the six Rahaga, while they were, cause he didn't get all six. But while they were deciphering some ancient writing to find Kitangu. Ooh, more. So anyways, so they managed to actually decipher it, and so they managed to go and they find Kitangu. He's like, "So, will you help us?" And he goes, "No." By he, I mean Kitangu. He goes, "But we need to get our friend back, you know?" He goes, "There's only 5 of you." "No." "Okay, that's not good. Let's go this way." So, anyways, then they say, "Well, but we need to save him from the Vizorak." And he goes, "Vizorak?" Well, turns out Kitangu was actually the last member of his species. The Vizorak wiped out the rest of them, so he really hates them. So then he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll fight with you." So then they go and they fight the Vizorak army, and they fight Vakama, or Matau fights Vakama, while Kitangu is climbing its massive tower. Like, he plunges his hammer into it, sticks his feet into it because he is that strong, and then he and pulls himself up that way. But anyways, so Matau's 1v1ing Vakama, and then he does some thing like, "I don't want to hurt you. I'm sorry for what I said. It's tough being leader. I understand that now." Oh. Eh. And so then what happens is they maybe don't. Okay. Maybe let's go this way. Okay, no thanks. Stop in there. Okay. So anyway, and then Vakama is able to snap out of it, and he becomes a good guy again. And so, ooh, more. Anyway, so, I believe it was Sidorak hits, ooh, we have 9. Sidorak hits Kitongu with a Ratuka spinner and knocks him off the building, so he plummets something like several kilometers. Like, this would kill any normal being. But of course not Kitongu, no. Because like the Doomslayer, he's too angry to die, I guess. But anyways, he's knocked out for like a couple minutes. So they go down to finish the job. And, so anyways, Sidorak says, hey, he's not dead. Finish the job, Rudaka, and she says, no, you do it. And he says, but I can't do it on my own. He'll kill me. And she goes, I know. And leaves him as Kitongu gets up. Okay, maybe I won't go that way. This way then? And so he gets up and like just crushes, decimates Sidorak. Then what happens is, so she's on this I mean Rudaka is on this massive Vizorak. And so the six Toa basically, or the five Toa, sorry, because Vakama, you know, AWOL. Basically they start charging up their Ratuka spinners, charging it with their elemental powers, and then they hit her. And then she's like, huh, you won't do anything without your fire friend. He goes, Vakama pops up and says, well, about that. And then smacks her with his fire-charged Ratuka spinner. And so she gets hit with all 6 elemental powers, but what they don't understand is she has a shard of Makuta Pterodax's crystallized protodermis. And since all 6 hit that, he was freed. And but she dies, and Vakama basically says to this Vizorak, "You're free now. Go live how you should." And so they just sort of dip. Is the best way I can put it. And Kitongu's like, well, now you are united because 3 virtues of Matanui. Here, okay. I'll turn you back. So he turns them back. They ship the rest of the whatchamacallit, the Matoran into back to Matanui. Oh, I'm hungry. And then and basically they reawaken them, but at the cost of their Toa powers. So now they're the Turaga that we find in the beginning. But before then, there's apparently some shenanigans about how the Kanohi Vahi was cracked and it was leaking time anomalies. So Vakama has to go and fix that. But the Dark Hunters are there, and the Dark Hunters and fight with fight with Vakama, and Makuta doesn't like the Dark Hunters anyway, so he fights alongside Vakama. And so Vakama has the Mask of Time. Makuta says, "Give me the Mask of Time, because I helped you." And he goes, "How about you leave us alone for 3 years, or something like that, and I won't break the mask, because if you break the mask, the timeline turns into a time puddle, which means every event that has ever happened, past, present, future, happens simultaneously for all eternity." Yeah, fun times. Ooh, more. More! Oh, this is a big vein. Let's see. I got 13. Wow. And so, anyways, Vakama says, "I'll do it." And so, Makuta says, "Fine. 3 years." Or maybe it was 2 years, I don't know. So then 2 years later, then on Matanui, he starts attacking them, you know, all that stuff. So that's the flashback years. And then Vakama says to the Toa, "Oh yeah, by the way, Matanui's dying. We need to find the Mask of Life." Or the Mask of Life. Kanohi Ignika. Huh. And yeah, so yeah, you know what? I think this is a good place to end it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I will see you guys next time. And oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.